Hello everyone. We are back again with another video because Mr. Teacher had another question. So in the last video, I have spoken about what are the post-reading activities you could do to enhance the reading experience of the kids, okay? So that they become interested and love this exercise. Now, today he has come up with asking me, what are the activities we should do, okay? Or what was the jar which we created, okay? So I thought, let's create the jar today. And before I create the jar with you, I just want to tell you one more time. Always engage kids in warm reading activities. Now, as opposed to warm reading activities, we have cold reading activities, which basically means pick up your book and just read. That's all. So this is a painful exercise because the kids don't know how to engage with the text. They don't know how to, what do they need to keep in mind. And certain times they do not enjoy the text as such, unless and until it is turned into some activity, right? So that's called cold reading without any objective in mind. We are just reading. Now, warm reading. Warm reading means that you're actually engaging with the text with something in mind. Okay, like when we do a guided reading, teachers actually pick some questions, tell us those questions, and then we have those questions at the back of our mind and we are doing it. Or we have a graphic organizer which we are filling while we are reading. But here we do not need a graphic organizer. We just need to have certain activities which are planned, which the kid knows that it will be done after reading. So I need to read, to understand the text rather than just plain reading, right? So let's start. So what for the creation of the post-reading jar, you need this jar, okay, any used jar. So I have this sauce jar ready with me. You need a paper, which is cut into small chits, okay. You need a pen, and that's it. We are done. So let's start. So I've already created like around 12 questions, which I'm going to share with you today, which you can also put in your reading jar, okay, post-reading activity jar. So I'm going to open it, and as I read the questions to you, I'm going to fill this up. So let's start with the first question. The first question is, after reading, identify 10 living and 10 non-living things from the text. That's the first question. So I'm integrating the science learnings from here. Okay, so I'm going to put it here inside. Go on. Let's take the second one. Make 5 pairs of synonyms. So you can pick up adjectives, tell them to pick up adjectives, and then create synonyms for each of them, 5 of them. Okay, so that's also an exercise which will increase their vocabulary. So again, focused on vocabulary enrichment. Let's take the next one. They need to pick up antonyms now. So maybe if they find a pair in the text, amazing. But if they do not find a pair, again, pick up 5 adjectives and turn them into antonyms. Okay. So this is, again, I'm putting it back here. So we have again a vocabulary enrichment question. Next is, you have to pick up 5 machines which are being used in the text. So once you have read the text, you again connect to it and see which are the 5 machines or 5 things which have made the life easier of the people who are in the story. Okay. If machines are not present, it's about nature, then you can talk about 5 things from the natural resources or 5 renewable resources. Okay. So integrate science questions here. 5 different materials, metals. Okay. Transparent, translucent. You can include as many as you want depending upon the text which the kid is reading. Okay. So this is it, and I'm going to put it here. Let's take the next one now. Are there any numbers used? Again, I'm putting math over here. And for what? So it could be an year. It could be a number of things which is mentioned. It could be quantities. It could be some colors which are given in numbers. So be specific, and the kid needs to specify what is it. Okay. Or maybe they can quantify the number of emotions, quantify the number of colors. Okay. So do that. Let's take the next question. The next question is regarding parts of speech. So whatever part of speech you're covering that moment, maybe in your English class, you can start with that. Point out 2 nouns, point out 5 verbs, point out 5 adjectives from the story. Okay, maybe even adverbs, or maybe even, conjunctions, prepositions, whatever part of speech. Or maybe you pick out 5 nouns and maybe common nouns and now convert it into a proper noun. Okay, so this is what you can do for parts of speech. Let's take the next one. The next one is, so now I have, so these were the questions for the like what, where, when, why kind of questions. Okay. Now what I have done is for few chits, I have put a red mark like this. okay, which means that they belong to the highest order skills, okay, on the Bloom's taxonomy. So now I have 5 questions in which they need to apply their brain. They need to, create something new, okay. So the first one is, if you could have changed one thing in the story, what would it be? Okay, so now the kid has to really think about the actions, think about the things which are happening, maybe think of places which they need to change. So give them a lot of perspective. They can change the setting, they can change the plot, they can change the characters. You can all give them a lot of things while they are doing this question. Okay, so again, I'm going to put this question. It has a red band here so that you can identify which one the kid is picking. So it goes right inside like this. Next, pick up 2 characters. What is one thing which is similar in them and one thing which you can contrast? So that's again character studies. It could be personal traits, it could be physical traits. Okay. Let's take the next one. Replace few common words with wow words, interesting words, juicy words. So a lot many times kids use normal words like say big, but what we can tell them to do is pick up the very common words and turn them into interesting, juicy words. So what they need to do is now big can become enormous, massive, huge, spacious, all of that. Beautiful could become attractive. So this they can do, sit and do. This would help them in creative writing. And again, this is a vocabulary exercise. Let's take the next one. What's the main idea of the story? Okay. Now here, this is a common question, but many a times kids are not able to frame the main idea. They get lost in the text. Okay. So this is very important. This you could include in the earlier questions also. What is the story trying to tell you? What is that one thing which is repeating again and again? The next one is in the same one I've written. You can also tell the kids too, if you like the story, would you recommend it to your friends? Okay. And what's the review which you're going to share with your friends? Why did you like it? What is that one thing which is like very, striking factor because of which you loved it? And that's why you're recommending. So it could be kind of a review which they can answer in this question. Okay. So this is the next question. And the last one. The last one is, can you twist the ending of the story? So whatever the ending of the story was, can you change it and create something new? So this is again creation, which will involve all senses. And this is like the top of the Bloom's taxonomy, creation of something new. Okay. So by creating or twisting the ending, they are actually making a new story altogether. Okay. So this jar is complete. Now I'm going to label it as my pre-read, post-reading activity jar. Okay. Similarly, you can have your pre-reading activity jar also. You can have some vocabulary inside it and keep on opening it up and telling kids and getting them prepped up for reading. So this was a pre-reading. If you want me to make a, sorry, this was the post-reading. I'm so sorry. If you want me to make a pre-reading jar also, let me know. We would have another video on that. Also, please let me know if you're enjoying these videos so that, I come to know about your feedback and I'm also motivated to do more of this. So that's all for today. Make this one and definitely comment below and let us know how did it work in your class or at your home. So I'm signing off for today. Thank you so much. Bye-bye and take care.